Hey everyone, welcome to our Real Review series. We're Notebeats CG Academy. I'm Harris Wu, and I'm here with Sitting Liu and Chen Ji. In this series, we're going to break down rigging and the CFX rules to help you understand what makes a good portfolio for landing a job in our industry. This is an ongoing, completely free series, so if you want us to review your work, feel free to send us your reel anytime you want. And if you find this is helpful, make sure to subscribe and share it. It will help us a lot. Before we get started, just a quick note. Everything we share here is based on our own experience and personal opinion, and it doesn't represent any studio we have worked with. So let's get started. Today, we're going to review Eunsoo's rigging reel. Big thanks to Eunsoo for sharing her work with us. Let's take a look at her reel first. Okay, let's start the review. Overall, this is a strong portfolio, especially the scripting work. It looks very promising. We can see that you're very comfortable with Python and the tool development. The face rig is also well done. So this is a reel I would be interested in moving forward with an interview. So of course, there's still some presentation stuff here and there could be improved. So let's start to go through them one by one. Let's start with Chen Chen.
Yeah, I agree. It's very strong reel, but it just feel a little bit fast in some part. For example, here, this part is a little bit fast. If we can hold on the important parts a little bit longer, could be better. And for the first character, it would be better if the arm could be raised fully upward to show the shoulder deformation, the clavicle and the scapular. That would be better. And I also want to see how the elbow and the knee deformation at a different angle. For example, we have a 90 degree for the knee. If we can have the shape little bit better, maintain the volume, that'd be great. And if I were you, I'll make another pose, make the knee totally bend. For example, something like this. So we can see if the deformation is good or not. I can see there's a lot of the customer pieces around the hips and the shoulder and the neck. Do they maintain their shape well? And if they follow the body automatically, if you can make it happen, that would be better. And there's another thing for the robot rig. I think the robot rig section could be removed. I think it doesn't really showcase the strength of the mechanical rig. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
All right, what about sitting?
Uh, the overall speed of the facial rig demonstration is a bit too fast. If you could hold each expression a little bit longer, it will be great for viewer to see it more clearly. Overall, the face rig Looks really great. I really like it. If you can show more range of motion, it could be better. Some shapes can be improved. For instance, like those harsh edge below the eyebrow. You can definitely smooth that out. Do you have tools or scripts you wrote for setting up the face rig? Because overall, the face rig is really impressive if you can show how you set up, not manually, but by using script, will be more even impressive. So that's all from my side.
All right. Those are all really good feedbacks. To me, as I mentioned, this is really good reel. I would be interested in sending an interview if I'm in that position. The one I like the most is your scripting parts. So you have 3 Python tools here, and they are all different. And you also have the clear description here to show what's the features you have for your scripts. So this is really good. I would keep the whole scripting part without changing anything because this is already pretty strong and pretty standout. But one thing I found out is the overall length for your reel is 1 minute and 47 seconds. That's a bit too long for a junior reel, I'll say. Ideally, I would expect your reel to be 1 minute to 1 minute and a half. So which means we should have something not interesting enough to be able to cut it out. So as Chen Chen and Sitting all mentioned, your face rig is pretty good. I also like this a lot. So I'll definitely keep this one. And also as Sitting mentioned, so let's slow it down to show more expressions and maybe show 1 or 2 more face tools here, right? Since your scripting and your face rig is already on this level, so I would expect your body rig and other pieces also be on this level. If it's not on this level, I will consider we can remove that. That being said, when we showcase our body rig, so in your case, I would say anything we can recreate by simply follow tutorial step by step, we shouldn't show this anymore. Which means something like a foot roll and IKFK hybrid setup, those probably we shouldn't show them anymore. What I want to see is something more unique. Let's say your deformation, right? So as Chen Chen mentioned, so you can have your body rig, let's say go the arm go really up or forward or backward to show all the challenging areas, let's say shoulder or crunch and knee or elbows, how well their deformation could be maintained. The other thing is when you set up your rig, if there are anything very challenging and you spend lots of time, then come up your own solution, that will be something I will be very interesting to see in your reel. So with that in mind, so we're going to check the quadruped. So for this quadruped, I have the same opinion as Chen Chen on the robot. You have a body rig, you have your face rig and the scripting are really strong. Compared to those, your quadruped rig is not that impressive. I would probably just remove this one or only keep the render here to show you have the experience to handle different type of rigs. But here, I do have one thing I'm very interested. You mentioned you have corrective shapes for the neck rotate. So I wonder how you set it up. Because could be a very interesting topic in rigging. Because we know the neck joints could have a multiple of them. Then how you going to drive the correctives? I can imagine this probably not going to be driven one by the joints. What's your setup? What's your solution for this? Could be a technical piece you show in your reel. All right, so that's it for our feedback on this reel. As we mentioned at the beginning, this is a very good work, especially the scripting parts. With some adjustment in presentation, I'm sure it can stand out even more. Big thanks to Eunsoo for sharing your reel with us, and thanks everyone for watching. We hope this was helpful. If you find this useful, don't forget to share and subscribe. And if you'd like us to review your reel as well, feel free to send it over anytime. See you in the next one.